The computer programmer profession is now often filled by a man. But who would have thought that the first computer programmer was a woman? Programmer is a profession of application or system developer on a computer to create a software or hardware using a programming language. Someone in this profession is usually equipped with the skills to write program code when designing the system they want to create. If we want to talk about the first programmer in the world, we have to go back to 1840 and get acquainted with an Ada Lovelace. Ada Lovelace, born Augusta Ada Byron on December 10, 1815, was the daughter of the famous poet George Gordon, Lord Byron. As a teenager, Ada had met a math professor from Cambridge named Charles Babbage. At that time, Babbage suggested two computers, such as the difference engine and the analytical engine, which were never made, due to lack of funding. Investigated, the difference engine or difference engine where the computer, able to create math tables automatically, was finally made between 1985 and 2002. When he met Ada Lovelace, described as a brilliant young woman, the two often discussed math and computing while Babbage was developing the analytical engine. In 1842, Babbage gave a lecture on machines at the University of Turin. Luigi Minabrea, a mathematician, transcribed the lecture in French. Ada, then in her late 20s, was known as the Countess of Lovelace, and was tasked with translating the transcript into English. During the process, Lovelace added her own notes that made the transcript 3 times longer than the original. The notes explain that she understood analytical machines as well as Babbage. In addition, she understood the various things that computers do, and suggested various inputs to calculate Bernoulli's number. Bernoulli's number is now considered the first computer program ever. From this note, Ada Lovelace is also known as a visionary. She was able to understand that numbers can be used to represent things and are more than quantitative. Through computers, she predicted that numbers could be manipulated into any data represented by numbers. He predicted that machines like the analytical engine could be used for various other things related to numbers, such as composing music, producing graphs, and being useful for science. This became a reality 100 years later, or arguably today. With the long record and understanding given by Lovelace, Babbage dubbed her the Witch of Numbers. Ada Lovelace was born to extraordinary parents. Her father was an artist, but her mother, and Isabella Noel Byron, was more inclined to literature, science, philosophy, and mathematics. She was determined that her daughter would not follow in her father's footsteps in the fields of art and literature, so Lovelace was guided to study math and science. But who would have thought, she excelled in all her studies and had very broad interests. In 1835, she married William King, 8th King Baron, and had 3 children. After her marriage in 1838, she assumed the title of Countess of Lovelace when her husband was appointed the first Earl of Lovelace. This pedigree and title made her enter the history books as an aristocrat, but she is best known for her achievements in the field of mathematics. Now, she is famous as a pioneer in the field of computing to a great woman in the field of science. It is known that Lovelace died of cancer in 1852 at the age of 36. After her death, her name is immortal, and there is even a Lovelace Day celebration on Tuesday of the second week in October. On that day, it is devoted as a day to support women in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.